Hey there, welcome to the Gyro Step, a Milwaukee Bucks podcast, proudly a part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network and the fresh and clean new look Gyro Step Podcast Network. If you're watching / listening on YouTube, you can see the new artwork on your screen. Obviously, if you're listening on the pod feed, you may have seen it on the pod feed. Our episodes will have the Gyro Step cover, the Win in 6 episodes will have the Win in 6 cover, but the feed itself, the beautiful new GSPN artwork. We launched a new Twitter account to go with this at GSPN Hub. There's a lot of new happening, but I am Ty Windisch, and I am joined by the old, reliable co-host, who's not really that old, Rohan Katti. I meant that in a good way. I don't think it came off that positive. Rohan, how's it going?
I took it in a positive way.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So it's fine. It's like, I'm consistent.
Yeah.
I do my thing. It's like, I'll take that as a compliment. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I am very, very happy with this art. It is incredible. It is. It just fits so well. It's a perfect blend of Gyro Step and Win in 6. It's a great launching off point for us to do more GSPN content. And if we wanted to do more GSPN content, we need GSPN branding. So here we go. Like you mentioned, Ty, at GSPN Hub. That is our new Twitter account. Follow that, or I'll have to reconsider our friendship. I'm serious.
He's not kidding.
I'm serious.
I think it's funny, but he's not kidding.
No,
I followed quickly when I saw that.
Good. Hey, if you're a friend, you support your friends.
Whoa, that's real. That's facts. Also, if you're not already, podcast feeds wherever you listen to podcasts: Apple, Spotify, Pocket Casts, I think, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Podcasts. And if it's not on your platform, let us know. We'll get it on your platform if it's not on your platform. But
it should be on your platform.
It should be on your platform. We're pretty spread out at this point. So subscribe there and leave us a rating and review, especially if you're on Apple, and send us that 5-star review on Apple. If you want to get in the Euro Group Discord, there's exclusive opportunities there, including playback watch parties where you can watch some Bucks games with us. The other way to get in there, if you don't have Apple Podcasts, the Substack, gspn.substack.com, also featuring the brand new look, the beautiful look. You can head there for updates on every podcast and every project we do, plus bonus written content, plus Bucks stock market. Last night, Giannis and Chris taking the down stock, not great, but forward proof of subscription, or just send a screenshot to eurosteppodcast@gmail.com, or tweet it at us at Ty Windisch, at Arkady Jr., at EuroStepPod. And you too can be in the Euro Group Discord, even if you're not on
EuroStepPod@gmail.com.
EuroStepPod@gmail.com, excuse me. Thank you, Rohan. Does that mean the ad is Eurostep Podcast?
Yes, it does.
Okay, there we go.
You said it right the first time.
Okay. Oh, well, I'll take the L. I'll bounce back. But today, fun episode coming up, hopefully. I think so. We got a mailbag. We haven't done this in a while. We opened up the mailbag just on Twitter. If we had thought of it more in advance, probably would have sent out a Substack or something, but we just thought of it last night. We had a mind meld. We both thought a mailbag would be a good idea, Rohan. So do we have anything else to remind folks of, or should we dive right into the mailbag?
If you like more mailbags, Win in 6.
Yeah.
It's on the feed anyway.
The OGs.
Yeah. We're just stealing their ideas at this point. This is why we formed GSPN.
They basically do a mailbag every episode. So make sure you're following at Adam McGee11, at Jordan Tresky, at Win in numeral 6 podcast.
Yes.
Don't type the word numeral. It's just the number 6 is what I meant by that. But follow those guys. They're putting out mailbag calls all the time.
For sure. So let's get into it. Ty, what's our first question?
Our first question, these are not in chronological order. I didn't want to work that hard. Twitter doesn't always sort that way. At Sayin_Justin. This is good and topical because I mentioned the Heat game. It was a bad loss for the Bucks. Justin asks, at what point of the season do we start to get concerned with those types of losses? I am not sure I can get there until the playoffs start. I think it depends on what you mean by concerned. I mean, was I upset watching the Bucks blow a lead, watching Giannis and Chris not play well, watching the role players not hit shots? Yeah. But did the loss make me worried about their playoff ceiling? No, not really. It was an ugly loss, but I mean,
it's a one-game sample. Yeah. It's a one-game sample. They've been on a streak. Like, they've won previously 10 of their last 11, now 10 of their last 12. You can't just take one game and say, oh man, they're doomed. They're not going to repeat. They're not even going to make the playoffs at this point. No, you can't say that.
They're also,
it's just,
sorry, go ahead.
It's a 1-game sample.
I mean, going in, they were one of 5 teams to be top 10 in offensive and defensive rating. They're still third in the East. A lot of Eastern teams lost last night. Would have been great to make up a game, but it's not really a huge concern at this point. I mean, I remember earlier in the year when people were very concerned. It was like, are they going to have to limp into the playoffs as a 6th seed? They're solidly in third. I mean, Miami moves up, obviously, with the win, but the Bucks are in third place in the East. They're like a game and a half back, I think, still of first, because the Nets and the Bulls both lost last night, too. So it's
Nets
so
lost
early.
to the Rockets. Cavs beat the Bulls.
Yeah.
Again, the Nets didn't have KD or LaMarcus.
Yeah, that's difficult for them. One more than the other, but both at this point.
LaMarcus has been balling. My
I know.
6th man of the year take isn't looking too bad.
Is it looking good?
It's looking better than it did initially.
I do think with all the injuries and COVID stuff around the league, he might win just because every other 6th man ends up starting too many games. Like Bobby Portis' 6th man of the year case was nuked, not by Bobby Portis, but by Brook Lopez's injury.
Yeah, he's going to be the starter for basically the rest of the year.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way. And Pat has cooled down slightly, although you never know if that will last. But I think our main answer is the basketball sucked. It was frustrating to watch. You certainly want to see the guys do better, but it's an 82-game season. Like, this stuff happens. I was thinking back to last year. Remember that stretch when they just couldn't inbounds the ball in close games? And we were like, how is this team going to win a tight playoff series? They can't inbound the ball against Phoenix or Golden State. They figured it out. They won the playoff series. So not to say that there's no issues, not to say that Miami is not a tough matchup. They certainly are. PJ Tucker showing he's still got more in the tank and would sure be nice if he was on the roster. But
PJ Tucker showing that spite is still a great motivator.
You know what sucks, though, is like you can't even blame him. Like he has every right in the world to be upset at the org. And I think what's great about it, too, and there's probably people shaking their head in disgust, he still got love for the city. I think it's just the org, and like I get it. Like they didn't want to pay him. He wanted to stay, and they didn't want to pay him, so he left. And of course he went to a division rival and now wants to beat the Bucks every opportunity. He's PJ Tucker. Like I wouldn't expect anything less.
Guy's a competitor. Guy's a winner. He wants to show his like. Yeah,
I'll
like
feel
it's
a little
expected.
bad when he goes home in 5 after a potential series, but not that
5.
bad. I didn't say against the Bucks.
Oh,
there you go. There you go. Yeah. Next question from @SSloth or Sloth.
Sloth. It's like
Sloth.
a slithery snake.
Speaking of very slow moving things, his question: 3 words. Where is Ursan?
Probably Mequon still.
That's where he seems to be.
I mean, he's been on the cover of Mequon Living. I think he still lives there. Well, he's probably just maybe he was at the Cluckery. Maybe he's at the Cluckery.
I think the answer we don't know. We don't have an update on Ursan's
I'm
location.
assuming it's Mequon. I think it's actually Mequon.
Well, does he live in the U.S. full time or does he go back home?
I think he does.
Oh, does he? Okay, I was gonna say if he's not in the
I'm not
country,
sure,
I don't think the Bucks are gonna. I don't think he's gonna get signed anytime soon. If he's still in the U.S., maybe he's still an eligible free agent. But I think the question probably there's like this running joke now that the Bucks are just reassembling last year's team after getting Wes Matthews back.
2 seasons ago.
Or 2 seasons ago, sorry. I think there's more chance of them signing Ursan than acquiring Robin Lopez at this point. I will say that.
Yeah. It's not just Wes Matthews, George Hill.
Yeah, George Hill.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'm telling you, Kyle Korver back as an assistant.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, sure.
Is he better than Rodney Hood?
Rodney made a shot.
Is Ursan better than Chevy?
Probably.
Oh, that's rough.
From what we've seen this year, probably.
Ursan's gonna get those tip-ins. We know that.
That's what he does.
Please don't remember that joke. It's yeah. But realistically, like this question is like, are the Bucks gonna sign Ursan? Probably not.
Well, now they really don't have a roster spot. I mean, that's the thing. Even
they would have to cut probably Shemi or Rodney.
Yeah, I would assume.
Those are the only 2 spots.
Yeah, and that's true for buyouts as well. I mean, people are still excited about the buyout market. Someone's gonna have to go, and I don't think any Bucks fans are like torn up about either of those guys going at this point. I think there's a hope that they will. But no actual roster spots and no even developmental roster spots anymore. I guess unless you want to count Jordan Nwora, who has been about as good as those two guys.
Let's be optimistic and count him as a developmental roster spot.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Let's just move to the next question. This is getting sad.
Yep. This is from at Snell Season. Shout out Snell Season. What is your concern level with the center situation? And say, for example, behind closed doors, the front office knows Brooke, probably won't be back until next season. Do you think they put together a trade package for a center, or can they survive with Giannis, Boogie, and Bobby as the center rotation?
So I'll let you go, but quickly, let's ignore the Indiana stuff because I know we have a question about that later. Let's just assume a center is like a Robin Lopez level center, not a Miles Turner level center.
I think this is probably a wait and see situation. And that's why Boogie's deal is non-guaranteed. You look, you see what's going on. You just give some time to see what the landscape is like. And then you make decisions based on that. You don't want to just make up your center rotation right away. You want to see, you signed Boogie, you signed DeMarcus, you have Bobby still there. Giannis is obviously still there. You just want to see what you have. You want to see what your deficiencies are with that group. You want to see how this group plays and what the available options are. You just got to play it. You got to let it play out and see what happens from there. If they do know that Brooke won't be back until next season, they might try to put together a trade package for, say, a Robin Lopez, but it would be difficult. But that would also mean you're cutting DeMarcus, most likely.
Or trading
because
him. Or
trading him because you don't need a third center on the roster.
No, certainly not. My hot take is I think probably not. I think unless the one situation is, and this doesn't seem like it's going to be the case, but if they're like Boogie's not working, or if God forbid Boogie gets hurt again, then yes, they'll need someone. But as long as Boogie is available and playing okay, I think they'll probably just go as is. I mean, you start with Giannis and Bobby. As the game goes, they play a little bit without each other. They play a little bit with Boogie. That's all the center minutes you really need. I mean, if one of those guys is out, then obviously it gets a little bit tighter. But if you have Giannis and Boogie, you can get through a couple games like that of just playing smaller. And again, if you stagger them mostly, that's more than enough minutes to get through a game at center. I get wanting to preserve Giannis as much as possible, so maybe wanting another big man. The other thing is they talk about Shemi so much as a big. It's been so bad, but I assume they're going to try again when he gets healthy at some point.
Which should be soon.
Should be soon. We haven't heard much on that lately, but that would help. I mean, even if it's not great, if you can have him to be at least a defensive big a little bit and see if he gets the offense together, that's certainly something. But I don't think it's going to be a priority as long as those three are healthy. I think they feel like they have the big minutes covered. And the problem with Nwora, Hood, Shemi all not being good is you really don't have the big wing minutes covered. So I think that's a bigger concern than a center, even if they don't expect Brooke to be back. I mean, we all know Giannis at center is the final form for this team. Brooke is just too good to not play him or get rid of him. But now that they don't have him available, I think you just lean into that and prioritize the other positions and figure out how to kill teams with Giannis really operating in the best possible environment.
Also, do not send me Brooke Lopez trade ideas because I will not entertain them. I love Brooke Lopez too much. I'm without it.
I'll entertain them. I won't. Well, we'll get to it with the Indiana question. I don't know what team is hankering for 2 guaranteed years of Brooke Lopez fresh off of back surgery. The Bucks, but I don't know what team is hankering to trade.
They better be. Did you see that he is giving his toy dinosaur to the team when he's not with them?
Yeah.
You got to keep him.
I know. I love Brooke Lopez. Here's another Miami
His jersey's
question.
getting retired.
Oh, yeah. We're up to 4. We're up to 4. No, 5. We're up to 5.
Pat?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And the big 3. People argue about Drew. I assume he plays out his contract here, and that's that.
He said he's a Buck for life.
I hope so. From @Aplinder, whose actual name I know is AJ, but the ad is Aplinder. On a scale of 1 to day after 21st birthday, How hungover were the Bucks players last night against Miami? Pretty close to the 21st birthday is my guess.
I wouldn't know. Mine happened over COVID.
Oh, that's sad. Well, we'll make up for that. But
I probably just exposed myself.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But the night after, I spent my 21st nursing somebody else back to health. One of my buddies overconsumed at my party.
What a
I was
good
pretty
guy.
upset. I was upset though. I was like, this should be me. I should be the one you're concerned about. And you know what the worst part was? We had a rock and bean dip, and this guy yacked partially in the bean dip.
Oh,
can you imagine bean dip
that's
wasted?
awful.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, I'm mad for you.
Thank you. Nathan, if you're listening, he's not. Way to go.
He might be. You never know.
I don't know. He wasn't listening to Reason that night. That's all I know.
But probably a bit. PJ Tucker might have shown them a good time.
That's my favorite conspiracy theory. That's season 2 of The Rumor. Season 1, Great Blue Wire podcast about apparently Cal Ripken might have his wife, Kevin Costner. It's a whole thing. But listen to The Rumor. But season 2 should be PJ Tucker sabotaging the Bucks by getting them way too lit like he was at the victory parade.
Exactly. Just take him to the same place that Jokic and his brothers went. What a disrespectful scene for the city of Miami. Everyone's just super mad at Jokic, and it's just like they're just like showing him a good time.
Yeah, I was surprised, but I guess when you compare
what are you
with
gonna
NBA
do?
Players, yeah. Also, yeah, what are you gonna do?
I mean, you don't mess with those guys.
No.
Oh my goodness. Just look up any stories about Jokic and his brothers when they were younger.
Yeah.
See if you're gonna do anything about it.
They've also some bad things when they were older too. But yeah. Yeah. Next question, Rohan.
From at downtown_Brown, who Ty, I believe, hosts a podcast as part of Blue Wire Hustle.
Downtown Browntown, yeah.
They ask, do you think we would beat Miami in a playoff series this year? Their defense, when healthy, would be a problem for this Bucks team. No.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
No. The question is, do you think we would beat Miami? Sorry. I
was like, whoa.
It's early. Yes.
Yeah. They'd beat any team is still where I'm at. I mean, the West has some good teams. The East has some okay teams, but I think they're going to beat any team.
We saw this less than 6 months ago.
Yeah, but I will say the Brook question is big here because he was so good in that series. But
he was.
Big opportunity for Giannis to, even though Miami works so hard to deny him when Miami is defending, Giannis, on defense himself could absolutely take over this series because we know the Heat's spacing is not going to be good. They can't really play Duncan and Harrow at the same time without getting roasted. So
Jimmy got benched, by the way, at the end of that game yesterday.
Max Strus listen. Oh, here, caveat. If Max Strus and Caleb Martin continue to shoot 80% on hand in their face threes, then maybe Miami wins. But I think.
Do you think they space jammed Duncan Robinson's powers?
All I know is they have ransom note jerseys because they're trying to get that contract back by any means because that thing is not looking good, folks.
It is not looking good at all. Pat Connaughton, by the way. Is that the model for Pat? We'll talk about it later. We have questions.
Yeah. But one last thing. If the role players hit shots, that game is like maybe a Bucks blowout. Like it was a close game. Giannis was terrible. Chris was terrible. And the Bucks shot like 30% from three. And I know
if Jimmy and Bam play, that's a blowout.
The other way?
No.
Oh, because Strus and Martin don't get all the shots.
Yeah. Where's all the spacing?
I mean, that's a fair
With
point.
no Jimmy, no Bam, there was an insane amount of spacing.
There
Brook
really
Lopez.
was.
Yeah. Brook Lopez, you talk about, he was great in that Miami series because he let Bam take all the jumpers he wanted.
Yeah. Hey, Bam has a good midi.
How'd that work out?
Whatever. Next question from @2306 Mikhail B. We got a couple in a row rapid fire from I think our number one German Euro Step.
Yeah, I was gonna
Network
say,
listener.
shout out to him. Listen to us all the way in Germany. Big fan. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. He asks, are we signing Boogie on a guaranteed contract? Because, man, he looks way better than even I was expecting. And then in parentheses, I hope so. So they can guarantee his deal.
They don't need to sign him to a new
signed,
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once that January 7th date passes, his deal becomes guaranteed. Right. So they wouldn't need to re-sign him to a new deal. It's not like this contract ends on January 7th. It's just if they waive him before that day,
they only owe him per day for what he's played so far. Is exactly how it works.
Yes. And after that day, it's just like a normal minimum contract.
Yeah. But I would guess, I believe you can go ahead and guarantee a deal. I think the team and the player can agree to do that early. I would guess the Bucks probably don't, just because of the injury concern and everything else. You know, I mean, I think you probably want to preserve your flexibility in this case, but like there's no, like he can't get signed somewhere else right now. It's not like that. Like he's going to be around unless the Bucks opt to, you know, not have him around anymore. So they could guarantee his deal. I wouldn't bet on that. But like Rohan said, I mean, we're less than a month from that thing guaranteeing anyway. So as long as he's not waived by then, he's going to be around presumably for the rest of the year.
Yep. But he does look better than we expected, for sure, 100%. We were raving about him last time. Next question from the same guy. Should we trade Dante away before the trade deadline, or are we letting him go after the season? But then is the question for what? What would we trade Dante for? This is the big Dante question. Well, apparently, did we talk about this? He was assigned to the herd for practicing. Practice. Yeah.
Practice.
Which is, yeah. Is he playing 5-on-5 at practice? Who knows?
I would think so, right?
Who knows? I mean, he was there for an hour.
That's a fair point. It's an hour drive, so maybe he teleported down to the herd. But I think you're not going to be able to trade him for anything worthwhile if he's not back and playing before the deadline. So we're almost exactly 2 months out, I think now. So it's getting tight at this point. But I maintain you don't trade him unless you get back a piece that you feel good about this year. I think West looks solid. I think you would hope for more out of, you know, your second guard off the bench. I think Dante could provide more. I mean, honestly, watching West play strong defense and then really not do a whole lot on offense. I mean, he made a great three in one of the game, and I forget which game it was now. The one between them, Cleveland. He made a great three in the Cleveland game. But I don't think he made a shot against Miami. I think there's going to be a fair amount of nights where he doesn't make a shot. Dante gives you some more juice. I mean, we'll see what the jumper is like, but at least off the dribble. I mean, we've torn out hair over some of his drives, but there's more juice there than with West. So
he will get to the rim. What happens there is a different question. He will get there.
He will. And sometimes, I mean, some good passes from those drives, too.
Yeah, no, for sure.
There's just more
dynamism. That's what I'm saying.
There.
It's a question.
Yeah. That's a good
point. Wes will miss his threes. Dante will miss his layups. It's the circle of life.
I think the upside, though, with Dante.
For sure. Dante's ceiling is much higher, and his floor, honestly, might be higher, too. Dante was pretty good.
Worst case, Dante was pretty bad, but I think in general, you're right. I think generally, most of the time that's accurate. But I wouldn't trade Dante for like 2 second-round picks or something unless you're literally flipping them in a deal like the next minute, because I think you'd rather
Thon Maker go get Nikola Mirotic.
Oh, don't even reference that. But I think you keep him unless you get a piece you think helps you more this year. I just think in every one of these Giannis prime years where you clearly have a window to win it, you can't look ahead to the future at the expense of the now. So I think he only gets traded if there's a player out there the Bucks think fits better or is more reliable or something that they could bring in for him. I'm starting to think it's less likely, honestly.
Yeah, probably not, honestly, because, I mean, it's not like any team is going to be intrigued from what they've seen from Dante so far, which is nothing, and have heard nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if there's like a scooter basketball league, maybe he's shown off some scoot skills.
Off the scooter.
I know, he's been off the scooter. I know.
But he did. His shot looked good on the scooter, though. He would tear up the scooter basketball league for sure.
We should found this. Well, Dante and I's great relationship. We'll for sure be able to recruit him to be our premier star.
Hey, that's how you guys mend the relationship. You form a scooter basketball league. It's a money-making idea here.
Next question from Mikhail. Can we keep both Bobby and Pat after the season? IMO, in my opinion. I don't care how. Horst gotta sign both. I mean, thankfully, yeah, it's actually pretty easy. You just sign them. You have Pat's bird rights and Bobby's early bird. I think his deal can go up to like $11 million, which
I believe
the average NBA salary is one of the things you can sign to with early bird. So that's around there, which is obviously a huge raise from what he's making this year. Which
Pat can make 3 point something. It's part of the it's part of the mid level.
No, it's not.
No. It's the buy-in.
It's not that either.
No, they signed him last season.
No, it's his non-bird.
That's what it is.
So it's 125%, I think, of what he made the year before.
Yeah. I'm out of practice with cap stuff. It's not the summer.
No, they saved it for George and then didn't use the rest. I don't think they're ever going to be able to use it, but maybe.
No, they used the rest to sign Yorgos.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that was all of it either, but they did use some of it to sign Yorgos, I think.
Yeah, and then he's gone.
Yeah, but goodbye, Yorgos. And banned from the Wisconsin herd, which I find hilarious.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I know. I wonder did we have any news? Do we know where he is?
No.
I'm gonna check IG.
This is the type of Gyro Step reporting, because no one else is gonna do it.
Talking about Pat and Bobby while I stalk Yorgos' IG.
But yeah, Pat, I believe they can sign him to whatever he wants. Obviously not like I'm super max or anything because he hasn't met the criteria, but
don't count him out. He's got another year.
That's true. That's true.
MVP
He doesn't
Pat.
have. Yeah, that's true. I think he would have to do more than that. Or wait, MVP automatically qualifies you, right?
MVP, all NBA or all defense. I think you're all. If it's the last year, I think you're good, but I could be wrong on that.
Okay. Let's assume he doesn't hit those criteria.
That's fair.
Let's ponder. Let's go with that. It's gonna be the PJ Tucker situation again. They're gonna have another opportunity to do it, and in this case, it's gonna be someone who's even more important. Pat Connaughton is very, very important to this team. He is their best player off the bench. He is one of their best players in general. He was one of the 6 players that was playing in the series against Brooklyn. If Pat Connaughton is not playing in the finals, the Bucks do not win the finals. It's going to be another situation where it's like, do we want to prioritize winning or do we want to prioritize spending? That's going to be the question. Based
on last night, I think it's time to go a little further toward winning.
You're going to have to.
There's no news on Yorgos. No IG posts since now feels like kind of a sad one. 2 weeks ago, him shooting with the Bucks, where it's going to keep getting better every day at Bucks.
Oh, wow.
Good luck, Yorgos.
Yep, good luck. Maybe get better at things.
But Pat and Bobby, hopefully both. I mean, they're clearly integral to the team. I mean, now Pat is the 6th man and Bobby is a starter for the rest of this year. So I think you almost have to keep them. At some point, you'd run out of rotation players. Like we've talked about this, but the genius of getting the guys like Pat, Bobby, Grayson, and keeping them in the Bucks ecosystem is in addition to the familiarity and continuity and all that, it's the salary cap stuff. It's always easier to sign guys who have been around. So they can't, like if they let Bobby walk, they couldn't just sign someone for the same money. And same with Pat. They're only going to have like one solid cap exception, one not good one. They're just assume they won't have cap space again. They might like 3 years from now, but just assume that they won't because they probably won't. So it's all about keeping the right guys around and then like trading and stuff. So I sure hope that they're both around after this season. Oh, and the next question was the same. At Hindust, I think it's at Hindustan 119000842. Also asked about Pat and Bobby. And again, sure hope so.
Yeah, got it. we really hope so. Next question. From at Eugene Churso. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly.
Churso.
Yeah. If you ever find yourselves in a fight, who would you rather have with you? Boogie, Thanasis, or Bobby? Heartbeat, Boogie.
Oh, interesting. I was actually leaning Bobby. I'm surprised you didn't say Thanasis just so you could hang out with Thanasis.
No. I don't want Thanasis getting involved. He's too important to the team.
That's true. And well, also his burgeoning movie career through his relationship with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
don't let that face get punched. TA. That's
money.
Or
he could be in the next what's it called? I can't think of it. Rocky. What's the guy? Michael B. Jordan. What's the movie? Help me out, Ty. Creed. Thank you.
One of my favorite movies, of course. Oh my God! Imagine if Thanasis was in. Oh my that would be amazing. Even if it was just, and you know what? The best part is, absolutely possible. Absolutely possible, because he's legit.
Boban was a John Wick.
Yeah, well, it's like, just imagine just Thanasis is like a guy in a gym with one line.
Oh, 100%.
Instant.
Can we make this happen?
We should. TA, if you're listening, or Michael B. Jordan, if you're listening.
Michael B. Jordan's definitely listening.
Sylvester Stallone, if you're listening, be a little odd, but let's get.
Hey, wait! Don't. If he's listening, why are you saying it's a little odd?
It just seems like it really comes out of nowhere.
If you're listening, tweet us, please.
Yeah, Sly, let us know. But
and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, and Thanasis.
Yeah,
we'd be equally excited for those three. Believe it or
not.
Oh,
100%.
I think Boogie is just overall bigger, so I feel like you're less likely to even is the fight even going to start?
No, 100% not. Do you remember that picture of Karl Anthony Towns trying to go through Boogie?
Such a good picture.
Cat's fighting for his life, trying to move Boogie. Boogie just looks unbothered.
He has slimmed down since then, but he's still a large, strong
He's still
human.
Bulked.
Yeah.
Just no chance. Boogie is decimating most of the people on this planet.
Yeah, I mean, Boogie's it's way less than 1 percentile or 99th, way more than 99th percentile in height, right?
Yes.
For the world, I mean,
yes.
It's got to be 99.9 basically.
Because it's the opposite of the mic.
If you're 6 feet tall, you're what, 70 percentile, probably?
Something like that.
If not higher. Because there's babies and a lot of people are in the 5 foot range. I
don't want to count babies as people Boogie would decimate.
Babies are people. Boogie would decimate a baby. Don't clip this. We're doing too many clips about Boogie and everything.
No, we control if we're clipping this. We're not. I mean, I guess not, but.
I mean, technically, anyone could just.
They could.
YouTube, but
we're not tweeting it.
That sounds bad out of context, but we're gonna go with Boogie. Okay.
It's the opposite of the Michael Beasley tweet where he said 223 million people could guard him or something.
Well, he said that there's a new person born every day who couldn't guard me. I also saw he tweeted that.
Did he?
Yeah, he tweeted that.
Yeah, yesterday. But he also tweeted 223 million people on the planet could guard him because he did his math wrong. Because he said, what is it? I don't want to do this. 77530000000 people on Earth. 752999999 of them can't guard me. He forgot a 7, which means that 223 million people can guard him.
So that's basically America.
Yeah,
all of America around there, right?
And he wonders why he's not in the league.
Yeah,
because the entire population of the United States could guard him, apparently.
Yeah, or half of India?
Way less than
half? Yeah, that's what I thought.
India's got way over a billion people.
Oh my God. See, I'm out of touch.
They're the second most populated country in the world.
Well, I knew that, and only to China, right? But I
China's got 1.5, 1.7 or something like that. India's got 1.2.
How many Australias could guard Michael Beasley then? 5?
Great question.
5x Australia could clamp bees?
Australia's got 26 million
10 Australias.
Yeah, 10 Australias.
or 9 if you count kangaroos and all the wombats.
Oh, the kangaroos could definitely guard Michael.
Kangaroos could clamp anyone, bro. Kangaroos are not to be trifled with.
Kangaroos could clamp Boogie.
Yeah, they're strong.
That'd be a worthy opponent for Boogie, a kangaroo.
It's like when dudes wrestle bears. That's Boogie v a kangaroo.
Nah. The Bears definitely are overpowered against man.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. Depends on the
bear. If you're fighting a bear, I'm sorry if any bear fighters are listening to this.
Tweet us.
But if you fight a bear, please do. But if you fight bears, you're an idiot. You're absolutely an idiot.
I feel that way about almost any animal because we have the choice not to, unless you're in a corner or whatever. But like 99% of the time, if not more. Just don't fight an animal. We live in a society. It's not necessary. Just go to work. Like, you don't need to fight a bear or anything. There's no need. We've advanced beyond this.
Why are you fighting a bear? Go get a job.
Like, come on. Like, you can get anywhere you need to go without seeing one.
Go drive a car.
We have towns.
we have cities. We have indoors.
It's just ridiculous. Okay. Next question's a fun one.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
From Easy Yi Jinlan. Is Yi Jinlan the greatest Chinese basketball player of all time?
He's up there.
He might be like 2 or 3. The sad answer is clearly no.
No, absolutely.
It's Yao. Yao is number 1.
Oh, I was going to say Jeremy Lin.
Well, see, the interesting thing is, when I pulled up the list on Real GM, they don't have Jeremy Lin there.
No, because he's not from China.
Yeah,
he wasn't born in China.
So
I was making an Ennis joke.
And what did I miss the reference?
Oh, did you miss Ennis Freedom tweeting at Jeremy Lin?
No, yeah. Rohan,
I'm not getting into it.
Good. Good. Yeah. It's a mess. But if you count Jeremy Lin or not, it's Yao. Yao is the greatest Chinese player
100%.
in NBA
He's
history.
up there, though. He's definitely up there. We obviously know why this question was asked by this account.
Yes.
But he's up there.
So now
Top
I'm fascinated. He's the 3rd leading scorer in terms of points per game in Chinese-born players. Yao is number 1. Tom Meshery?
Wait,
who is a Russian-American player who was born in China.
Huh.
Never heard of this person.
Yeah. I mean, he was born in 1938.
Yeah. He's still alive.
Oh, shout out Tom.
According to this, he's 83. His number's retired by the Warriors?
What?
He was a one-time All-Star, but why'd they retire his number?
Don't know.
This is interesting. I've never heard of this player, but now I feel like I need like a deep dive into Tom Meshery.
Was it the Philadelphia Warriors? Did it go over with Golden State?
He was drafted there, yes.
By Philly?
Yep.
Okay.
He was the 7th overall pick. He was 6'6", so he was a giant back in his times.
That's incredible.
This is just a wild story. Tomislav Nikolaevich Meshnyarkov was born in Harbin, Manchukuo. His parents were Russian immigrants who fled from the October Revolution in 1917, and they spent time in a Japanese internment camp near Tokyo in World War II. And this guy ends up playing in the NBA, getting his number retired.
Story.
This is wild. Like, this should be a doc.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love that he's a Russian American, but he's the 2nd leading players from China scorer of all time, which is just great. Yeah. He has to lead in total points. He's played way more games than Yao.
Yeah, he played nearly 800 games in the NBA. How have I never heard NBA? You need to do a better job appreciating your history, because I should know about this guy.
They do. They absolutely do.
If you're listening to this and you've heard of this guy before, please tweet us.
Yeah, I had never. Yi was born in 87?
Who?
Yi Jinlan.
Yeah.
Did we know that? Is that old for a player drafted then? No, I guess not.
Not really.
I guess that was several years ago now.
Yeah. That was a decade ago.
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. Shout out to Zhu Qi, who is like the 7th.
I thought he was going to be the next big thing.
I thought he had potential. He is the 6th player on this list.
Yeah. But it's definitely Yao.
It's Yao. Yeah, it's Yao. Yeah. Yao, the only Hall of Famer, unless Tom is in. No, it doesn't look like Tom is in. Tom Meshery. Okay. But Yao Ming, the greatest. This got 99,000 points, 66,000 rebounds, 13,000 assists. That's a lot of numbers.
Incredible. Yeah. Shout out to Tom. I got to look more into him.
Yeah, we should continue on with the mailbag. Yeah, we should. Go ahead. What's the
next question from @CRZ2300. I heard there were trade rumors with Indiana on the Locked On NBA podcast. Is it just rumors? Is it possible to trade for anyone? And who would we give up? Those are just rumors, to my knowledge.
Well, and I don't think, unless I missed something, were the Bucks actually tied to this, or is it just like that Indiana's looking to trade? Probably just that, right? So that's the big news right now.
If there's anything Bucks related, it is purely speculation.
Yeah.
To my knowledge.
To my knowledge as well. So Indiana I don't think they're tearing it down. I think they're retooling. It sounds to me like they're just finally ready to not do the Sabonis Turner thing anymore.
No, the Shams, the Athletic report, which came out like yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago.
2 days ago, maybe. I don't remember.
Was worded in the way that it's like Indiana is listening to trade offers for Sabonis, Turner, LeVert. They're just like, they're gearing for a rebuild. And then you have Rick Carlisle saying after his game yesterday that he had a player meeting with his players where they reiterated that we're trying to win now with this group. Who like to believe in this situation? Probably not the guy who's trying to win games, and just just straight up tell his players, yeah, we're looking to trade all of you.
But he did say trades are part of the business, so
trades are definitely part of. That means that the report is likely true.
Yeah. Well, I do think the Pacers are trying to push back on, I don't think Indiana will ever really like tear it down to the studs. I think they're trying to get some assets.
They have to eventually.
Well, not willingly.
I mean, I guess not.
Not willingly, they don't, and they can't trade Brogdon, to be clear. But for the Bucks part of this, whatever Indiana's motives are, none of the exciting guys they're gonna get most likely. So Sabonis makes $18.5 million. Karras makes $17.5 million. Miles Turner makes $17.5 million. So at that point, it's like you can get there in salary with like Brook and Dante, but as I alluded to earlier, why on earth would the Pacers want to do that? What is the benefit of getting older in Brook, again, with a guy who may not play again this year and may take a long time to get back to his form, if at all? Unfortunate reality of this thing.
You didn't have to. We're not speaking this into existence.
That's Indiana's perspective, is what I'm saying. Like, why are they? Oh yeah, let's get another center, perfect, but one who can't play, so we can play Goga now, who's like fourth on their center depth chart.
Because Brook is an icon, that's why.
And Dante, who has played one less game than Brook Lopez this year, 0, and is a free agent at the end of the year. And throw in Wara. Wara got his minutes taken by a two-way guy they signed 2 weeks ago from Sioux Falls. Just some Javonte Smart, good player. He's kind
great
of
interview, great halftime interview.
Great halftime interview. Very polite.
Wholesome content.
It's not great for Jordan Wara that Javonte Smart popped in from the G League and immediately took all of his minutes. He's also a free agent at the end of the year. So I don't see any motive for Indiana to be interested in that for one of their best players on their team. And I think other teams would beat those offers easily. I've seen so many arguments like Indiana's rebuilding teams take worse players back all the time. Yeah, and they get like a prospect or draft picks, and the Bucks don't have those. So somebody asked me, I don't think this is in the mailbag, is Pat C their best realistic trade chip at this point? Assuming you're not trading Giannis, Chris, Drew, and Grayson is not eligible to be traded because of his extension.
Maybe like Bobby?
Brogdon. It's Bobby or Pat. Those are the only real options.
Yeah, I think it's Pat.
Yeah.
And they're not trading either of them.
I hope not. I certainly hope not.
Yes, trade your starting center who you've had to start because of injury. Great idea.
Yeah. I mean,
and I was about to say your best wing player off the bench.
It's just like the salaries are so hard. If teams aren't interested in taking back Brook, or if the Bucks aren't interested in trading him, either way, like if you include Pat, Bobby, and Dante, which is, again, you're decimating the Bucks rotation. It's only $13 million in salary. Like, you're still not up to Sabonis or Turner level. I think it's a little more than $13 million, but it's not enough.
Let's see. I'm just looking at their roster. The one guy
there's one
that you could get.
Yeah.
It's Justin Holiday.
Justin Holiday. He also makes more than I remembered, though.
$6 million.
It's kind of a lot, but I mean, Dante and Rodney works. Yeah. You open up a roster spot, you shave a little bit off the salary. Because I think those two combined make 6.8. So you open up $800K so you can sign the replacement player and probably just about cut even or maybe come out ahead salary cap wise. I'm not really sure why Indiana would do that, but if I get maybe a second round
pick. Bucks. Apparently, their front offices have canoodled in the past.
They are known for canoodling. Kevin Pritchard, noted canoodler.
But if you're trying to recapture the magic of the 1920 season, you're just getting another set of brothers.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you go get Torrey Craig.
Oh no. No, he was 2021. Come on, Tom.
Oh yeah, I'm all over the place. I mean, I guess
no, because you had the Lopez twins, and then you had Giannis and Thanasis. So if you can't get Rolo, go get another brother and get Justin and Drew. Try and get Aaron as well. Why not? Where's Aaron?
Wizards.
That sounds right.
What about like O'Shea Brissett? I would give up a second round pick plus Shemi to get O'Shea Brissett. I find him intriguing.
What? He's intriguing yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued, but also like, why?
Well, last year when he started some games, spot starter, 42% from deep. This year, 39% from deep. He's a 6'7" forward. I would take a shot. I mean, if they're just looking to like get rid of guys, he's not playing as much this year. He's only 13 minutes per game. I mean, if they want Shemi, if they want Torrey Craig and Shemi to recreate the Spider-Man meme every day in practice and a second round pick, which we know Indiana loves second round picks, I guess that. But Justin Holiday, maybe.
I feel like another team is going to outbid the Bucks for Justin Holiday.
Yeah.
Do we think Justin Holiday is moved by the trade deadline?
I don't know. I mean, it depends.
I think so. I'm going to say yes.
It depends if they're really trying to rebuild or not. I mean, the difficult thing for Indiana is with TJ Warren still, and I would love to get TJ Warren. That's a Brook Lopez salary slot. Although they could get there by lumping 3 guys, but it's not worth it. But if he was healthy, he'd be a great stretch forward player next to Giannis. Like a Drew Grayson or Pat, whoever, Chris, TJ Warren, Giannis lineup would be so much fun. He's not playing. He's too good. But
he's also hurt.
Yeah, so they kind of need wings, although not O'Shea Brissett apparently. But I don't know.
I mean, Dante would fit right in Indiana. That's all I'll say.
Is this a Tres Leches comment?
Yes.
Okay. It'd be sad. We'd have to go to Dos Leches.
Oh, that's true.
Because they can't get TJ McConnell anymore. He's hurt now. He's going to miss a lot of time, actually.
He might be out the rest of the season.
That's brutal. That sucks.
It's not confirmed that it's the rest of the season, but it might be.
Bucks have experience with those. Okay, so
maybe that's why the Pacers and Bucks like each other so much, because they both just do not care about telling anyone anything.
Except each other. They whisper sweet nothings to each other.
Exactly. Like if you ask Kevin Pritchard about Dante, he's like, "Oh yeah, I know everything. I know what type of surgery Brook Lopez had. I know everything."
The fun world we live in. Okay, but to wrap it up, none of the main guys I would expect to even be linked to Milwaukee.
Like, can you imagine Miles Turner on this team?
It'd be okay.
Oh my God.
It'd be okay. I think he's a little overrated.
I think he's probably wouldn't be as, I don't know. He could fit the Brook Lopez role.
He's just not as physical, and that's the difference.
He's not as physical, but he's quicker.
Yeah, I think he's a better shooter. So I think Giannis could take over some of the physicality. I think it could work really well.
But like the thing is, Miles Turner, I think he's a little longer than Brook too.
He may be.
But he has a similar, I'm not going to say the same, but he has similar defensive impact at the rim as Brook Lopez. He's not as well versed in sort of drop coverage as Brook Lopez.
And the rebounding is not
exactly
there either. But.
Exactly. So you're not going to fully replicate the role, but he is younger. He fits Giannis's timeline. He's quicker. It's just, no, it's not happening. Plus, I love Brook.
Yeah. Okay, next question. From at AK Shay Jane. Sorry if I didn't say that in the right syllables. 13. Do the Bucks, what did you say it?
Akshay Jane.
Akshay Jane?
Yeah.
Do you know this or are you just going for it?
I'm assuming.
You're assuming? Okay. From Akshay Jane, 13. Do the Bucks have a different strategy compared to last year? It's a good question. We could do a whole pod on this probably, but for the sake of this being a mailbag, I think the quick version is yes. More blitzing defensively. I think this is a Bobby Portis thing to try and incorporate him more, and a little bit Boogie too. And offensively, it's been kind of a mess with all the injuries, but I think we're seeing even more pick and roll. But a lot of the things are the same. I mean, we're still seeing dunker spot and all that, but I think with all the new players, it was natural to work in some new stuff, and that's what we're seeing this year so far.
I think a lot of the adjustments have come defensively, and that's because Brook Lopez has been out, and you can't just rely on him being a security blanket at the rim anymore. And we've seen that a lot in terms of rebounding. Early in the season, the Bucks were getting absolutely decimated on the boards. So, and they're still continuing to give up a lot of offensive rebounds, but it's more of like they're how do I phrase this? They're getting more crisp rotations. Like I tweeted out a video like a few weeks ago against the Pacers game where I was like highlighting the Bucks rotations defensively, and it's just like it's that type of stuff where they're reacting in real time to sort of where passing lanes are going to be, where shooters are going to be, because they can't just stick with their guys anymore because they have to contain penetration more because again, Brook Lopez isn't there. So you have to really be really, really disciplined in terms of like, if you're leaving a guy, another guy has to rotate immediately. And there has to be backside rotation based on that, because otherwise you're just giving up wide open threes. This is what we've seen a lot, like plague the Bucks in the past in terms of like, if there's penetration with no Brook Lopez, they're just like, oh shoot, what do we do? And we saw a lot of not even containing penetration off doubles. You would see a lot of like one pass away doubles, which still boggles my mind how they let those happen. It's the most simple pass in basketball and they let it get to a wide open shot. But it's just like, why?
Ben's the
but we're
Bucks
seeing
flashbacks.
less. Oh my God. It's burned into my brain. Just some guy, I think like Kawhi or Pascal just posting, not even posting up. They're catching the ball in the triple threat position on the left block and just someone shades over from the top of the key. One pass to a wide open three. Why? But whatever, they won a title. We're seeing a lot, just to sum it up, a lot of defensive adjustments. They're more concerned on containing penetration and then scrambling the shooters. It's a lot of what you see Miami do, actually, because they don't have like a big time rim protector, because Bam is more of a perimeter big. You need to be able to fly around on the defensive end. And that's what makes Miami's scheme so good, is that they're so disciplined on when they're flying around and where they're flying around. That's why Eric Spoelstra is just an awesome, awesome defensive coach and just coach in general. Even though Bud ate his lunch money, took his lunch money in the playoffs.
He ate that money, swallowing dimes.
But yeah, we're seeing more of a focus on rotations rather than just sticking with guys.
Yeah, and I think just to sum it up, like this is the least drop we've ever seen from a Bud team, because they just can't do it. They just don't have the personnel to do it right now, so they're not. So I think a lot of the Bud discourse this year has been weird. The next question to I'm bucked up _ asks, do you think Coach Bud's distribution of players in the first half impacted the ability for players to get hot until the second half? This is about the Miami game. Not really. I just think guys didn't play well, and I think that's been the story in a lot of their losses. Bud's not been perfect, but we're doing the whole year basically without Brook and using some of the guys they've had to use, and a lot of the guys just not playing all that well. Like, I don't know what situations or spots you have to put players in for them to be better, but in this game, I don't know. I didn't think really in that game it was a factor. I thought there were some good shots that were missed, and then sometimes they got bogged down in bad offense, but like, I don't think Bud is over there on the sideline like, don't pass, don't move the ball, ISO, and take an early shot.
It's because we've seen it happen, in the sense, like, just like I said, less than 6 months ago, we saw them pick apart the same Miami defense with Chris passing, great positioning. It's just the players didn't show up. PJ Tucker, he wins this bat. He took them out. He showed them a good time.
Yep.
You won. Okay. Next question from @BarryMathert3. What position are you drafting with our 2022 first round pick, or what are you doing with it if you don't use it yourself?
So to get the CBA part out of the way, you can trade it right after the draft. So you can basically
trade the draft rights to a player.
Yeah. So you can agree to it during the draft. Technically, you don't do it until after, but they can't trade the pick now, to be clear. Like, they couldn't today include it in trying to get Miles Turner or something. That's not allowed. It's kind of a stupid rule. But as soon as they actually pick the guy, they can then agree to trade him. Before or after signing him, it depends on exactly how the trade works, but they can trade it basically on draft day. Best player available for me. I don't really I don't care. I think any position. I mean, now you're looking more at centers down the road than maybe you would have been, but I still think they're going to need a better backup point guard in 2 years. I think they're going to need
Just
more
what Adam
wings.
has been clamoring for years. Just draft a point guard just once.
We'll see if Javonte can be that guy. I think
He
that's the
might.
hope.
He might, honestly.
No player has gotten Bucks Twitter more fired up and shooting like 1 for 5 in every game than Javonte Smart.
It's a thing to cling to because it's new.
Yeah.
Like this Bucks team is like, we know what they do now. It's like, especially with like the injury picture sort of clearing up. Brooks out for a long time. Shemi might be back soon, but he's probably not going to be in the rotation. Dante out.
Yeah.
You know, these are the guys. These have been the guys for a while. So you're trying to find something interesting to really delve into. And it's like, oh, Javonte Smart, new guy, very wholesome guy, just a poor guy. His hairline is messed up.
Yeah.
But it's rough. But he's a great interview and he's a good player.
Yeah, I think the exciting thing, in addition, I think those are good points. They also just haven't utilized two ways like this before. I mean,
they just haven't developed guys aside from Giannis.
Yeah,
just in general.
I mean, Dante, I guess, but like, it's just nice to see. I think a little more focus on like Mamu getting to really play and Javonte now getting to play. Justin Robinson before, even if it is kind of born out of necessity. It's like with teams like the Heat, like look at Max Strus and Caleb Martin. Caleb on a two-way now. I think Strus was last year. Like, you can find real players with these things and actually bring them along and they can help your team. So I think it's exciting to see the Bucks kind of, the pipeline actually be utilized instead of, you know, Frank Mason and Jalen Adams tearing it up in the G League, never playing for the Bucks and then being gone. Like, it just feels like the guys are more incorporated this year, which I think is good.
It is.
Do you have a preference on position?
Best available, but maybe point guard?
Point guard or center, maybe. What'd you say? Chet?
I said take Chet. Yeah.
If Chet falls to 30, I'm down.
Paolo or Chet?
Paolo or Chet, just straight up.
No, who would you pick?
Out of those two?
Yeah.
I think I would pick Chet.
What if he's Thon Maker 2.0?
Yeah, he might be. I'm wondering if Paolo is going to be Jabari 2.0.
That's
Which I mean, that's Jabari was a much better player than Thon at their peak.
Jabari is still in the league.
Is he?
Yeah, he's with the Celtics.
Oh, he's still. Oh yeah, they use him like once every 2 weeks. It's kind of weird, right? Or does he play every game now?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Whatever. Best of luck to you, Jabari. Next question from Ragheb Kalani. Hopefully, at Kalani_Ragheb. If you could choose any current player in the NBA to be added to the Bucks lineup, who would it be? Let's ignore the salary cap for the sake of argument. I think it's super easy.
I think it's Steph Curry.
It's Steph Curry. Steph, Drew, Chris, whoever, Giannis. Probably Bobby. Doesn't really matter at that point. Steph and Giannis has always been the GOAT tier pair. Like KD would be great, of course. But like Steph just going full spacing with Giannis, it's unguardable. That team.
That's why it's like if back in the old days when we were like, oh my God, is Giannis gonna leave? Like
that team would have been. Oh my God.
I was like, if he goes to the Warriors, like fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play. Like that's fun.
I think even more than just like his shooting ability, like then it's a better fit than a guy like Luka or KD or even LeBron. Because Steph is the best off-ball superstar in the league.
Exactly. He's not a ball dominant guard. He's not someone who's just gonna like pound the ball into the hardwood and just like take every shot and hope guys like get rebounds or like secondary creation off of doubles or something like that. No, Steph and Giannis are a match made in heaven.
Like Steph relocating after actions with Giannis.
Oh my God. It's also like the two most gravity impacts in the league.
Yeah.
But
like it would
on opposite
defenses.
Yeah. Like, what are you supposed to do? What do you do?
Like, imagine you go to double Steph up at the logo, and then you have Giannis working in a 4-on-3.
Oh my God!
So if you send two to Giannis, two guys are like both corners are just wide.
And then
open.
and then they recover when Giannis gets it, and then Steph's wide open in the corner.
No, it would break.
Like, what do you do? Defenses right now cannot contain Giannis. Defenses right now cannot contain Steph.
Would that be the best two-man pairing ever?
Yes.
I think it'd have to be just because like
it's two of the great, like obviously there have been multiple pairings of two of the greatest players of all time, Kobe, Shaq, like
Steph,
Why
KD.
can't- Yeah, Steph, KD. Why am I
LeBron
playing?
Wade.
Yeah. Who else am I missing?
LeBron AD. There's a bunch of, I mean,
Magic
like
and Kareem.
the Magic, the Sixers when they had like Dr. J and Moses.
Yeah. Steph and Giannis is
I just think it's the
unprecedented.
best possible fit. Like, I don't think you could possibly fit two players of that caliber. And a lot of that is just Steph, right? Because that KD and Steph was one of the best fits too, just because Steph is the most malleable superstar of that level. But
Also
Steph,
in
Giannis
Steve Kerr's
especially.
offense.
Or, I mean, even in Bud's.
Yeah, but like in terms of like the way the Warriors play, it's like spacing doesn't really matter to them.
Yeah. I mean, imagine dunker spot if you have Giannis and Steph on the floor. Like, guys are just
Oh
walking
my
to
God.
open dunks all day. Thanasis
Yeah.
could average 20 a game if he started. He would just walk into open dunks. He'd be like, oh, I'm just going to dunk again. This is great.
He already does that.
It's true.
It
But
doesn't average 20 a
he's
game.
2 a game instead of 20. That's the Steph
Yeah.
Curry difference.
Oh, that's just hey, we'll get it in All-Star game.
Yeah, hopefully if they both play.
Or
Steph,
Milwaukee.
make the call.
Yeah. Make the call, Steph. I mean, he did just sign an extension, but who cares?
Yeah.
They're not prioritizing winning, Steph. They took Kuminga and Moody.
Moisey Moody. From Incognito Holiday at Anonymo74658914. Oh, we kind of covered. How are you feeling about our chances against the Heat in a playoff series?
Very good.
Good. Yeah, I think they still have what it takes.
They're still not. They're not that team.
No.
They're good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're good. They're probably the 4th best team in the East.
What? Who's the third?
Bulls.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, I think the Bulls.
Yeah, they're the 4th. Yeah.
I think that's pretty close. Those two. But I think Nets and Bucks are still the best, even though the Nets have been uninspiring too, and they're still like first in the conference. So not a bad team there.
They've had a lot of close games,
They have.
but they're still really good.
Yeah. When you have that KD guy, you always are better than almost any team not with that KD guy. I was thinking about this. How many superstars have beat KD in a playoff series? Steph, LeBron, Giannis, Duncan?
Yes.
Are there that many more? Is that the list? Is that the whole list?
I think it might be. I mean, a healthy KD.
Yeah. When KD plays the full series, like I think it's a short list of guys who have actually beaten.
Yeah, Steph, LeBron, Giannis, Duncan, Dirk.
Let's see. Oh, they lost to the Lakers in 2010, so Kobe,
Okay.
I would assume. And then in 2011, they lost to Dallas, so Dirk. In 2012, they lost to Duncan. Or no, they lost to LeBron. In 2013,
Yeah, that was the finals.
in 2013, they lost to Memphis. Was KD not healthy?
No, he was out for the season. That's
That's the Russ year. Yeah. So
is it right?
No, he played.
Really?
That might have been the year he came back.
What year was it?
2012-13. No, he played the whole year.
Really?
Yeah. So Memphis kind of muddles.
Marc
it up.
Gasol?
Marc Gasol / Zebo. KD averaged more than 48 minutes per game in the last 2 games of that series. They lost in 5. They won the first. I think someone was
hold
hurt.
up.
Someone was hurt. I remember. Was Russ hurt? Yeah, Russ was out.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
So this was post Harden trade, and Russ didn't play. So KD just got
Jared Bayless was on that Grizzlies team.
Jared Bayless is a legend.
Ed Davis.
But then in 14 they lost to Duncan. In 16 they lost to Steph. In 17 they didn't lose. In 18 they didn't lose.
19 he got
is
hurt.
21 they lost
20
to Giannis. So
yeah.
I love that list. Steph, LeBron, Kobe, Duncan, Dirk, Marc Gasol. Raptors fans are like, I don't see the joke. All on the same level to me.
Raptors fans want to count 2019.
Yeah, of course they do. Okay, now, we got to power through. We've hit an hour.
Oh
we
my
have 4
goodness.
questions. Rohan, you got a class. We got to get motor in here.
This is from S_McAnderson. Boogie exposed on defense. Is this a Spoelstra Miami thing, or is it indicative of a real problem? The hedge/recover seems to have fixed the Bobby D problem. What for Boogie? The Bobby defense problem, not Bobby Dandridge. The zone. Do not go to zone against this Heat team. Please do not ever.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is Boogie's just not going to be a great defender on the Bucks, And part of it is
you're expecting too much at that point.
Well, and it's just early too. Like I think he needs some more time to acclimate. They've probably practiced like 3 times since he's been on the team, if that. So, I mean, I think it's always going to be a little bit of an issue. You just hope that you get more offensively, and if you're not in a certain matchup, you just don't play him as much. But certainly, I think the Heat are a good team to take advantage of him. They have a lot of speed, especially this version of the Heat. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not that worried about it. He's the backup big man for a reason.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Like, again, backup big for a reason. You're not going to get too much out of him, and you shouldn't, if you're expecting him to be like a stopper defensively, you have too high expectations.
I think they can get more. I think they can get more though.
Sure, but he was never like a stopper even in his prime.
No, he's like a disruptive player, but he wasn't a play to play. And now without the athleticism, I would like to see them, and maybe they will, try out the drop a little bit with him.
Yeah, they probably will.
I think that could work. It depends on matchups. I
have enough faith in the coaching staff that they'll try it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to sell Bud on drop very hard. I think it's
no, not really. He's like, did someone say? He like wakes up in the middle of the night. He's like, did someone say drop?
Drop.
Drop. I heard drop. It's like his water falls down or something. It's like I'm playing drop defense tomorrow.
Drop defense. I saw a drop.
It's a sign. Text the coaching staff like, we're playing drop. My water bottle fell.
He must have lived by one of the waterfalls in the Milwaukee River or something those first 2 years. From digital DGTL_crunchwrap. This is a fun question. What matchups are you most looking forward to for the Bucks?
I'm looking forward to the next Bulls game.
I think this is easy. It's the Bulls. The Bulls are the most different team in the league. And like we know what Phoenix looks like. Golden State will be fun when they play. But I think it's Bulls. And I'm really excited. Like, I think it's actually a good matchup for the Bucks. I think the Bulls have had a lot of success with DeMar as a 4. And that just seems like a recipe for disaster against the Bucks. So I think that
we just need the Bulls to get healthy. And out of protocol.
And the Bucks to get healthy. But yes. But I agree with you. I think the Bulls is like, hell yeah. I'm finally, for the first time since the really, I think one of the high points of Bucks in 6 before the finals win, that playoff series where Giannis decked Dunleavy. Probably the first time since then, I'm really excited for Bucks Bulls.
Jared Bayless game winner?
Jared to Jared.
Oh, yeah, Dudley to Bayless. Oh, Bayless got a clean catch. And he scores.
Happy birthday, Jason Kidd. This place is up for
grabs.
No,
that's the wrong play.
Oh, is it? The winner 6
That's the Chris game winner against
Heat.
Heat.
You're right. What am I thinking?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Do you even listen to Win in 6?
No.
I hope you listen again. This is our next question. We're finished with Bucks questions.
Yeah, I think this is silly season now. So rate, review, subscribe if you're going to tune out for these last ones, but please listen through.
Yes, this is from @Billy Not Gene Fave Sub Shop.
Billy's 57th Twitter account.
They keep getting suspended and she keeps making more. Gotta respect.
What's are you on TikTok?
No.
There's a sound where it's like, finally got rid of, and it's like, I'm right here, you effing Brussels sprout. Reminds me of this. Favorite sub shop.
I don't really eat subs, but Subway.
Favorite is just hard. I think my favorite.
Oh no! Wait, my favorite's Potbelly.
Potbelly's okay. I think mine is probably, this might be controversial, Jersey Mike's.
Ooh, one of my friends really likes Jersey Mike's. I can't say I've had it.
I don't know if they have a ton that would be vegetarian, but my favorite for them, they have a chicken Philly cheese that really goes in. Like, I love a good Philly cheese / chicken Philly cheese. Theirs is the best I've had. So I'm going to go with Jersey Mike's. I do like Jimmy John's. Just the ease and the speed of it is nice. Although the last 2 times I ordered, it took them forever to get to me. I was pretty upset. So it was not freaky fast. But I'll go with Jersey Mike's.
Okay, I'll go with Potbelly. I don't know why this is a debate topic. Bucks Twitter just finds a new thing to debate every day.
Every day.
I was about to say every week. It's every day.
You told me about one I hadn't even heard of.
Oh, the socks one?
Yeah, and I don't wear socks to bed. I'm not. No, don't do that. But okay,
it's weird.
We got back-to-back Pokemon questions.
We do. This is right up your wheelhouse, Ty.
It is.
This is from @BTenor23. Shout out Brian. Favorite Pokemon from every gen, excluding starters and legendaries.
man. I didn't do any research. I'm going to say Gen 1, Scyther, Gen 2. This is tough. It would be Typhlosion if I could do starters, but I will go with Umbreon, Gen 3. Do you want to do your first two? I assume you're not going to have all 8 unless you're going to surprise me here.
Let's go with Gen 1. I'm going to go with Lickitung.
Oh, wow. Rohan's a freak, man. Oh, my
God. Okay, I'm picking something else.
Lickitung.
I realize how sus that is now.
Oh
I'm going to pick something else.
This guy.
I am picking something else. Let's go with Sandshrew.
Okay, we'll mark it down as Lickitung. How about Gen 2?
Gen 2. Let's go with Teddy Ursa. Just adorable.
Teddy Ursa, I like that. Okay, my Gen 3. This is a tough one. I don't have too many favorites from this gen. I might just go. Actually, I'll go Flygon. I like Flygon enough.
Flygon? Okay. I'm gonna go with let's go with Shroomish.
Shroomish? You're all over the map. Is your Gen 4 Lickitung's evolution?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's it. Google Licky
God,
Licky,
no.
but be careful. My Gen 4 is Gastrodon. I stand Gastrodon. I love Gastrodon.
Okay, let's go Tangrowth.
Okay. You're all over the map. I love this. I can't keep up with your favorites. Gen 5 is hard. This is one of my favorite gens. So I kind of stand a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon. But I think at the end of the day, I have really become... this is hard. I'm just going to say one. I'm not going to say 4 because that always feels like cheating. If I say, this one's close, this one's close, this one's close.
You got to say one.
I know. I'll go with Gigalith.
Gigalith. Okay. Let's go with Tranquil.
A bird.
Yeah.
Not a big
like
Tranquil guy. That's fine. Gen 6. So I need to look up a certain... I can never remember if this one Pokemon is Gen 6 or Gen 7. It looks like it's Gen 7. Gen 6 just not my favorite, to put it lightly. This is Gen 7. Okay. Gen 6. What do they introduce in Gen 6? What's yours? I feel like you're just looking at a list and just picking randomly.
What do you mean? I'm not doing that. Let's go with Esper.
Esper? Okay. I love this. I am going to go Gen 6. I will go with, I don't know. Hawlucha. I'll go with Hawlucha. Gen 7 for me is Mimikyu. I love Mimikyu.
Oh, okay. Isn't that like the weird, scary one?
Yeah, it is.
See, I know things.
Oh, no, Gen 5. I lied about Gen 5. It's Hydreigon. My favorite Pokemon is Hydreigon. Okay. I didn't even think of it. Sorry, Gigalith. You're replaced.
Okay, let's go with Guzzlord.
Guzzlord makes a hilarious noise. I'm going to send you a YouTube video after this. My favorite Gen 8 Pokemon...
This is the last one, right?
Yeah, it was the first one it was my first favorite when I played through for the first time. I'm going to go with Boltund. It's like an electric dog.
Boltund.
Yeah,
ooh.
Boltund.
Let's go with Snom.
Snom is a fan favorite. Your picks are sending me. And then the last question, also from B-Tenor, 23. Should they bring back Mega Evolutions in Gen 9? No, Dynamax is better. Rohan, what do you think?
Why is Dynamax better, Ty?
I think Dynamax is more inclusive. So Mega Evolutions, only certain Pokemon get them. So it was nice to power up some previously not used Pokemon, but some Pokemon got left out. Any Pokemon can Dynamax. So I think it makes the game more variable. And I think it's more inclusive to all
you can get a Dynamax Snom.
You can get a massive Snom, yes.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, or you can get a massive Guzzlord. Let's do this.
Guzzlord starts massive too, so it gets
that's what I was saying. Just an absolute behemoth of a Guzzlord.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe, get Rohan a Switch and Pokemon Shield so we can play together. I need you to use a team of Snom, Guzzlord, Lickitung, Licky Licky, Shroomish. I love these picks.
I feel like I'm just gonna get absolutely destroyed by people.
I can't wait. I'm
gonna get destroyed by Brian for these picks. No, but we've officially run out of questions. Thank you to everyone for asking questions. This has been a very entertaining pod.
We got
for sure.
from China to Kanto, which is actually the real Kanto region is pretty close to China, so I guess it's not that far, but also Milwaukee.
Yeah, we've gotten as far as the Bucks have in the regular season thus far.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to bring it full circle.
Let me pull up reviews.
Yeah,
we have a lot.
Because we have 5-star reviews, because everyone should leave a 5-star review and subscribe on their podcast platform of choice. Subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the Substack, follow at GSPN Hub. Ty, let's read out a 5-star review.
Oh my goodness, we're one away from 200, folks.
Oh, come on. Who's gonna get us there?
Who's gonna be number 200? We have not done this. This headline is fire. Your enthusiasm and energy is the bright spot of my day. 5 stars from Brew City Drew. I like that. Ooh. I like Brew and Drew rhyming. Makes Brew City acceptable to use. Obviously, everyone refers to it as Cream City 24/7.
Obviously.
That's a joke. Brew City Drew, great display name. The review. Whenever I see that there is a new episode uploaded, I get that jolt of happiness previously reserved only for the days for cup of coffee. That is an elite comp. Like if we're up on first cup of coffee,
compared to coffee,
that's
oh my goodness,
that is high praise. Oh, we're still going here. As a season ticket holder, I love when people include that they're season ticket holders too, because I feel like this is like really hardcore stuff. So as a season ticket holder, I can't get enough of all things Bucks, and you guys always deliver. I love how you are such fans of the people the players are, as much of the players as players, if you know what I mean. Keep up the great run you're on, super content, and great chemistry. Bruce City Drew, thank you. This is an elite review.
My heart. Wow. My heart. That is an elite review.
That's heat.
Hey, and about the players, they're people.
Yeah.
You got to appreciate them as people as well as players. Like, otherwise, what's the point?
Can I get a quick take from you before we wrap this finally?
Yeah, of course.
So I tried to invoke a hashtag Rafters game, saying Pat would have a big game. It didn't work, but I think the concept is good. Can we keep the hashtag, or do we have to throw it away after Pat did not have a great game last night? What do you think?
I think we can keep it.
Well, let's workshop it. Let's try maybe one more, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, again, it's like we started up top. Small sample size.
I may wait till I make before I try next time.
That might be a good idea.
I may wait for that.
That's the one adjustment. But yeah, no, I like the idea of a Rafters game for Pat.
Okay, that's all I've got. Now I'm officially out.
Okay, and again, thank you to everyone for the questions. Thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe to everywhere I just said. And again, leave your 5-star review. We're one away from 200, and you'll get it read on the show. Come on, what else could you ask for? You can get into our Discord by also showing us your 5-star review or proof of the Substack. You can do both if you want. Tweet it at Gyro Step Podcast. Follow at GSPN. Follow me, Ty. Tweet it at me and Ty. You can also email at eurosteppod@gmail.com. That's how you get into our Discord. We're doing another playback room next week for the Pacers game, December 15th. So if you want to get in that, you have to be in the Discord. So yeah, thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.